For many decades, New Zealand has been seen as a dream destination, a land of breathtaking landscapes, peaceful communities, and a relaxed lifestyle. Whether it's the stunning beaches, snow-capped mountains, or lush green fields, the country has always promised a life close to nature with an enviable work-life balance. Add to that its low crime rate, clean air, and well-functioning healthcare and education systems, and you have what seems to be a perfect place to settle down, raise a family, and build a future. Immigrants from around the world have made their way to this island nation, particularly from countries like the Philippines, India, China, South Africa, and the UK. They've been drawn by the possibility of a better life, one with more safety, personal freedom, and long-term stability. In the past, New Zealand's relatively open immigration policies, along with its reputation for inclusivity and peace, made it a top contender for skilled migrants and families seeking a new beginning. But as we step into 2025, global dynamics have shifted. Rising inflation, economic uncertainty, and stricter immigration rules have changed the landscape, not just in New Zealand, but worldwide. The country is now dealing with its own set of challenges: a housing crisis, high living costs, climate-related concerns, and a more selective approach to immigration. So, the question arises, is it still worth immigrating to New Zealand in 2025, or has the Kiwi dream become too difficult to achieve? In this discussion, we'll explore every angle: cost of living, job market, lifestyle, immigration rules, and more, to help you decide if New Zealand is still the right destination for your future. If you're enjoying this video, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and ring the bell so you never miss an update. Got questions about New Zealand? Drop them in the comments, we love hearing from you. Cost of living, a rising concern for newcomers. While New Zealand offers a high standard of living, it comes with a significant price tag, literally. Over the past few years, the cost of living has risen sharply, especially in larger cities like Auckland, Wellington, and Queenstown. Renting a one-bedroom apartment in Auckland now averages around NZD $2,400 per month, with utilities and internet adding another NZD $300 to $400. Groceries and daily essentials are also expensive, largely because the country imports much of its food and goods. Fuel prices remain high, and although public transportation is available in urban areas, it's not as widespread or efficient as in countries like Germany or Japan. For immigrants, especially those without a strong initial income or support system, these costs can be burdensome. The dream of living comfortably in New Zealand can quickly turn into financial stress if planning and budgeting are not done thoroughly. Job market opportunities with competition. New Zealand has a small but relatively stable economy. Sectors like healthcare, information technology, agriculture, and construction continue to show demand for skilled workers in 2025. The country still faces shortages in these fields, and immigrants with expertise in nursing, aged care, engineering, software development, and farm work can often find promising opportunities. However, the job market has also become more competitive. Many local employers now prefer candidates with New Zealand experience or qualifications. While this doesn't completely block immigrant chances, it means that landing a job could take longer than expected. A job offer is also often a prerequisite for visa approval, making it essential for aspiring immigrants to start networking and applying before arrival. The government has also introduced the Green List, a tool that identifies occupations that are in high demand and gives easier visa pathways to professionals in those roles. If your skills match this list, your chances of successfully immigrating and settling down increase significantly. Immigration policies, tighter but transparent. New Zealand's immigration framework in 2025 remains points-based, focusing on age, education, language skills, work experience, and job offers. However, the threshold for visa approval has become stricter. The government is more selective in granting residency and work permits, aiming to bring in individuals who can directly contribute to the economy. The Skilled Migrant Category, SMC, and Accredited Employer Work Visa, AEWV, are the two main pathways for skilled workers. These categories favor younger applicants under the age of 45, with fluent English skills, and qualifications recognized by New Zealand authorities. Those without formal job offers or those in low-demand sectors may find it difficult to obtain long-term residency. That said, New Zealand has a transparent and relatively fair immigration system. Application timelines have improved with more digital processes in place, and official websites provide clear information for most applicants. While stricter, the system remains accessible to those who meet the requirements. Education and healthcare, still strong for families. One of the strongest reasons people continue to immigrate to New Zealand is the quality of education and healthcare, especially for those with families. Public education is free and is designed to encourage creativity, independent thinking, and emotional well-being. Students have access to modern facilities and are taught in safe, inclusive environments. For higher education, New Zealand's universities, such as the University of Auckland and Victoria University of Wellington, are globally recognized. However, tuition for international students is costly, averaging between NZD $20,000 to $35,000 per year. Healthcare, on the other hand, is publicly funded and generally free for citizens and residents. Immigrants on work visas may need to pay for health insurance or use private services until they become residents. Although waiting times can be long for non-emergency cases, the system is still considered strong compared to other countries. Lifestyle and environment, a daily dose of serenity. New Zealand's lifestyle remains one of its biggest advantages. The pace of life is slower and more relaxed compared to high-pressure environments like the US or UK. The workweek typically ends on time, and people value outdoor activities, sports, and community bonding. Access to hiking, beaches, mountains, and lakes is nearly immediate in most towns. New Zealand is also among the world leaders in environmental awareness and sustainability. The country is working actively to reduce carbon emissions, protect native species, and maintain green spaces. For immigrants seeking a cleaner, healthier environment for themselves and their families, this is a major plus. However, some challenges have arisen due to climate change. Certain areas have become prone to floods or extreme weather, and housing in these zones may come with risks. Yet, New Zealand still performs far better than many nations in terms of environmental safety. Cultural integration, warm but requires patience. New Zealanders, also known as Kiwis, are generally known for their friendliness and open-mindedness. The society promotes diversity, and the government supports multiculturalism through public initiatives. Immigrants from India, China, the Philippines, South Africa, and many Pacific nations have built vibrant communities across the country. However, integration is not always immediate. Many new migrants report feelings of social isolation in the early months. It can take time to build friendships, find support networks, and adapt to local norms. For successful integration, immigrants must actively participate in community events, volunteer opportunities, and local groups. Food costs and culture in New Zealand. What should immigrants expect in 2025? Food in New Zealand is diverse, fresh, and generally of high quality, but it can be quite expensive, especially for immigrants coming from countries where groceries and eating out are much cheaper. In 2025, the average weekly grocery bill for a single person ranges from NZD $90 to $130, while a family of 4 may spend NZD $300 to $450, depending on lifestyle and eating habits. Staple items like milk, bread, rice, and fruits are widely available, but imported items such as spices, specialty sauces, or ethnic ingredients can be expensive and limited in smaller towns. Most people shop at supermarkets like Countdown, New World, and Pack and Save, with Pack and Save usually being the most affordable option. New Zealand's food culture includes a mix of traditional Kiwi dishes, like fish and chips, roast lamb, meat pies, and pavlova, and a growing influence from Asian, Indian, Middle Eastern, and European cuisines. In larger cities like Auckland and Wellington, immigrants will find plenty of halal, vegetarian, vegan, and gluten-free options, as well as international grocery stores catering to specific cultural diets. Eating out is convenient but not cheap. A fast food combo meal may cost around NZD $14 to $18, while a basic meal at a mid-range restaurant can cost NZD $25 to $40 per person. For immigrants on a tight budget, home cooking remains the most economical choice. In summary, while New Zealand offers a rich and inclusive food culture, the cost of food can be a challenge. New immigrants should plan their budgets accordingly and explore local markets and bulk shopping to manage expenses while enjoying the country's culinary diversity. Worth it, but only for the right reasons. So, is it still worth immigrating to New Zealand in 2025? Yes, but with realistic expectations. New Zealand remains a safe, beautiful, and rewarding country to live in, especially for families, skilled professionals, and nature lovers. It offers clean air, strong healthcare, and an education system that nurtures young minds. However, the country is not without its drawbacks. The cost of living is high, immigration pathways are narrower, and the job market favors those who arrive prepared. Success in New Zealand in 2025 depends on your qualifications, planning, and the ability to adapt quickly. If you're looking for peace, balance, and purpose, New Zealand may still be your best choice. But if your goals are quick wealth, rapid job growth, or cheap living, it may be wise to explore alternatives. Either way, make your move with your eyes wide open.